I'm not sure how the Simscommunity.info gets their info, but they have a full list of all the Create a Sim and Build By objects are coming with the new Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. Please take this as a spoiler warning. If you do not want to see this information, then don't watch this video. But if not, we're going to go into each one by one. So starting with all the Create a Sim items, there's going to be a total of 181 items, including new clothing and accessories for all Sim ages, sparkly new body details and face paint, as well as various occult presets and wing options. So let's pop into these images. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because I know it's super tiny. So it looks like there's a lot of whimsical hairs for men. I'm not sure what this plant thing going on in this upper corner is. We have a lot of arm body paints, butterflies, frogs, flowers. We have these crystal jewels on the neck. We have these upper arm bracelets. A lot of fairy dresses, the little ones, the toddlers. Got this kind of romper. We have skirts, a hat, 2 different styles of boots, some heels. I guess this is a face tattoo of a flower. We got some mothy kind of green paint on the feet, I guess to signify you're living out in nature. We have a lot of costuming. This is really more for fairies than anything else. I don't know if this is going to integrate well into just everyday wear. With all the different patterns and dresses, crystals, these earrings that look like 4-leaf clovers. A leaf earring is really cute. Back tattoo, lower back tattoo, forearm tattoo, back of the thigh tattoo of a flower. A necklace, a lot of face paint, a halter top, headdresses. I guess this looks like it's for children, and there's like a teen or adult version here. In the next set, we have wings, leggings, face wings, arm sleeves, little jumpsuit for the kids, face paint for the kids, dresses for the kids. Infants got a little outfit, which is cute. We don't get a lot for infants nowadays, even though they were a base game thing. A lot of eye makeup, tank tops, gladiator kind of sandals, belly paint, this beard with flowers in it, a beard with no flowers in it. I love this hairstyle. This is on the main girl in the trailer. I like this for the kids. I'm glad they're getting a version as well of the hairs. Other than that, the hairs don't really stand out a ton. To me, we have a lot of updos for the kids and adults. We get a lot of updos. The headdresses, that's very pretty. Some different teeth. More examples of wings, plain white dress, kind of a romper outfit going on, lots of skirts, tons of examples of wings. Infants get new sandals, toddlers get new sandals, nice little head dresses that look like plants, gloves, antlers, horns. I mean, most of this is geared towards fairies and dressing them up. I don't think this integrates well with the rest of Create a Sim. Like, I don't know what this bucket on her head is. Like, is that a part of the lore? We don't really know a lot about the game as a whole. Maybe we'll get more information soon. I'm not saying, I can't say that I love Create a Sim. For the fairy aspect of it, yes. I think it's going to be very gorgeous with all the paints and the makeup and the headdresses. But for regular Sims who are not going to be occults, I don't know how well that's going to integrate into existing clothes that we have in the game. There's also 163 objects that are coming with Build By mode. Things like windows, fencings, new tile prints, gnomes, enchanted plants. So let's go over those. Maybe Build mode will be more interesting than Create a Sim. So we've got a door. We have that beautiful bookshelf that we saw when we got the Build By mode teaser. A fairy house, an end table, we have wall shelves, new coffee table, a ton of windows, new fireplace, fencing, roof patterns, the apothecary table, another fairy house. I want to say this is the outdoor shower. For our new indoor potted plants, we have some different swatches. I'm assuming that's a rug, another kind of bookshelf, a lot of decorations, more doors, fencing, couches, trims, the canopy bed, which I think we've seen that before. More plants. It looks like a tub, maybe a bathtub. Lighting, so hanging lights and stand-up lights. That's the shower that we saw before. New toilet, which we don't get a ton of those. This might be a wallpaper. New bassinet. Looks like a new newborn bassinet, and then a crib over here. That's nice. We don't get a lot of stuff for the kiddos. Single bed. Some curtains, new clothes hanging up, tons of potted plants, the sink we've seen before, an archway. Some of this we saw in the trailer as well. I'm sure there's lore behind this tree with a face in it. The gnome stand, another selling table. Lots of gnomes. We got a lot more variety of gnomes than we had before. A lot of like wall decorations, another fireplace, staircase, stuff for the kitchen, so bars, counters, a swing set, an outdoor bench kind of thing, a bar stool, some tile work, bookends, a new desk, mirror, like a jewelry box or a makeup box, a rug. Oh, so see, that's about it. That's why it's a little challenging to know. I mean, the build mode is absolutely gorgeous, but that's a given how whimsical and like fairy tale-ish this is supposed to be based off of. Again, I don't know how well it integrates into other packs. It doesn't look like anything that we have in games so far, which is great. At least it's new. And then looking at the map. So the new patch, I guess people have data mined that to reveal the new map of Innisgreen. So it doesn't have the lot sizes on it. We're still waiting on the official World Spotlight from the Sims team. This is just leaked information. I'm going to make this image big in a second, but I want to read the description. So it says, explore a world in bloom. The coast of Admore is a Celtic-inspired town with walkable streets, a giant gnome statue, and a lot of history. It's the most down-to-earth of Innisgreen's neighborhoods. Spruce Berry Grove is a very nature-focused community with a touch of the mystical thrown in. Everdew is a hotspot for fairy activity where their powers are used openly and even the plants feel fantastical. The Mossvale Fairy Hub, a large mushroom, is located here. Explore to discover more enchanting secrets. So this is the world. We know it's broken up into 3 neighborhoods. So there's supposed to be like a coastal neighborhood, which is probably this one in the lower part of the screen, and then there's the fairy world, and then more rural, outdoorsy. So we don't have lot sizes. There does look like there's a lot of green spaces potentially, so hopefully that means there's places for us to grow. I don't expect this world to have a lot of pre-made houses. They showed off some of those in a news article earlier, that there's going to be maybe 7 or 8 buildings that are already planted in, like a bar and things like that. But I hope to have a lot of blank space. The whole part of this new expansion pack is that you're supposed to have outdoor living off the land. So there should be empty lots for you to be able to do that. In theory, I mean, this part of the world obviously looks very fairy oriented, and hopefully we get lore here, and looks like something here in the middle. I mean, it looks gorgeous, but the worlds are never really a problem. In The Sims 4, they make very pretty worlds that look nice. So yeah, let me know what you think of these leaks of Build Buy Mode, the map, and Create a Sim, and has this influenced your decision to buy the pack.